In the crowded streets of the city, where people's lives intersect and dreams are mixed with harsh reality, the series, The Road of No Return, takes place. The series takes us on an exciting dramatic journey about an ambitious young man named Saif, who faces the stresses of cruel life and finds himself gradually sliding into the world of crime and drugs. The series tells the story of a young man torn apart by dreams and lost ambitions in a society rippling with poverty and limited opportunities. Origin and the way to fall. Saif, a young university student who lives with his father Hassan, a simple worker who toils to secure a decent life for his family, and his mother Fatima, who carries a heart full of love and fear for her son. The family lives in a popular neighborhood that suffers from unemployment and poverty, which pushes Saif to look forward to a better life. Under these pressures, Saif finds himself surrounded by friends who guide him towards a local mafia gang. At first, he hesitates on a sword, but he is exposed to the temptations of easy money. He accepts to join the gang after successfully completing his first task. He gradually draws into the world of drugs and violence, and his life gradually begins to transform. He continues to deceive his family, as his involvement in the gang keeps it a secret, while living a double life full of lies. Clashing with the family. Over time, the behavior of a sword changes. His father Hassan, who has always been a model of hardness and morality, observes his son's transformation. He faces him with great anxiety and tries to save him before it's too late. Despite his father's pleas and warnings of dire consequences, Saif remains determined to go the gang's path, missing reality because of the quick financial gains he receives. Meanwhile, Hassan's health deteriorates due to psychological pressure and anxiety on his son, and he begins to lose hope of repairing him. With every confrontation between father and son, the division between them worsens. Saif becomes more drowned in the life of the gang, and begins to use drugs to hide his psychological pain and guilt towards his father, who has always been his role. Ascension in the gang. After proving himself inside the gang, Saif quickly rises to become one of its most prominent members. He enters a world full of danger, leading smuggling and drug trafficking at a large scale, making him a prime target for the police. Confrontations between the gang and the police are escalating, and Saif finds himself being pursued by the police. At the same time, Saif's isolation from his family is increasing, especially after his father's condition reaches a serious stage as a result of illness and anxiety. Despite the rapid wealth and influence that Saif achieves, he feels an inner emptiness. He begins to wonder if this is the path he wants to take, but he finds himself involved in a spiral of events from which he can't easily escape. Confrontation with the police. The gang begins to disintegrate under the pressure of ongoing police raids. The gang is no longer the same as it was, and a sword feels betrayed and lost. He plans to escape away from everything, but he realizes that he has become trapped in a world from which no way out. Violence is on the rise, and the gang engages in direct confrontation with the police in serious armed clashes. Saif leads the gang in a desperate attempt to survive, but their fortunes are running out. In a pivotal moment, Saif tries to visit his sick father in the hospital, trying to find a moment of inner peace amid all this destruction. His father, who seems to be on the verge of death, asks him to back down from this dark path before it's too late. But it was the last time he saw him. The inevitable end. As pressure mounts, police are implementing a courty plan to arrest Saif. Things get complicated dramatically, and the final confrontation becomes a matter of time. Saif realizes that he has become inevitably pursued, but he cannot turn back from the path he has taken. Eventually, he falls into a tight ambush, and is caught after fierce resistance. The account. In the final scene, he sees Saif in prison, facing the consequences of years of crime and sins. His father, who is living his last days, visits him for the last time in a moment between regret and goodbye. Saif is left to face the punishment for his crimes, and he has lost everything in his life. Message: The Road of No Return is a story about choices and regret. It's a touching warning about being dragged into the world of crime and addiction, and how one decision can ruin everything. The series also shows the impact of this on the family, especially on the father-son relationship, in a world where values fade against material gains. The series presents a hero's fall journey into conflict with himself and his society, and raises deep questions about responsibility, family, and consequences. If you like the story, subscribe to the channel to enjoy with us in our community.